Call back. If you call someone back, you return their telephone call. Call for. If a person or an organization calls for something, they state in public that it's needed, or should be done. Call off. To cancel an event that was planned or scheduled. Call on. To visit someone for a short time. Call out. If you call out, you use a loud voice to tell something to someone who's far away, or tell something to a large group. Calm down. If a person who is excited or agitated calms down, they become calmer and less excited or agitated. Care for. 1. If you care for someone, you like them a lot and have a strong affection for them. Care for. 2. If you care for someone or something, you look after them and make sure they have what they need. Care for. 3. If you ask someone if they would care for something, you want to know if they'd like to have something. Carry on. To continue doing something. Carry out. If you carry out a task or a piece of work, you do whatever is needed to complete it. Catch on. 1. If something catches on, it becomes popular. Catch on. 2. If you catch on, you suddenly understand something that you couldn't understand at first. Catch up. 1. If you catch up with someone who is ahead of you, you go faster than them until you reach them. Catch up. 2. If two people meet again after a while and catch up, they tell each other what they've been doing. Cater to. To provide people with what they need. Change into. To change from one state or form into another. Change over. To stop using one thing or one system and start using another one instead. Charge with. If someone is charged with a crime, they are officially accused of committing it. Chase up. To try to find out what is being done about something, or what has happened to something. Chat up. To talk to someone in the hope of beginning a romantic relationship with them. Cheat on. To be disloyal to your spouse or partner by having sex with someone else. Cheat out of. To get something from somebody by cheating them. Check in. If you check in, you give your details at a hotel's reception desk, or at an airline's check-in counter, when you arrive. Check into. To register your details after arriving for treatment at a hospital, a rehabilitation center or a health resort. Check on. To look at someone or something to make sure that nothing is wrong. Check out. 1. To pay the bill and leave after staying at a hotel, a hospital or a rehabilitation center. Check out. 2. To look at something, or go somewhere, to see what it's like. Check through. To examine something carefully to make sure nothing is wrong, or to look for something. Cheer on. To shout loudly to encourage someone, especially someone who's playing sport or competing in a race. Cheer up. To feel happier after being sad. Chop down. If you chop down something like a tree, you cause it to fall by cutting through its base. Chop up. To cut something into pieces with an axe or a knife. Clean out. 1. To clean the inside of something. Clean out. 2. If you have been cleaned out, all your money has been taken by someone, or spent on something. Clean up. To make something clean and tidy. Clear out. 1. To tidy a place by removing things that shouldn't be there. Clear out. 2. To leave a place, usually for a long time or forever. Clear up. If an illness or a condition like acne clears up, it improves until it's no longer a problem. Close down. If a business closes down, or if someone closes it down, it stops operating. Come about. To happen, especially partly or totally by chance. Come across. 1. To find something or meet someone by chance. Come across. 2. If somebody comes across as being a certain type of person, they appear that way to other people. Come along. 1. To arrive or to appear. Come along. 2. To make progress or to improve in some way. Come along. 3. To go with somebody when they're going somewhere. Come apart. To separate into several pieces, or to break into several parts. Come around. To visit somebody, usually at their home. Come back. To return to a place. Come down. To move to a lower level or a lower position. Come from. 1. To be born and raised in a place. Come from. 2. To be made in or obtained from a particular place or thing. Come in. 1. To enter a room or a building. Come in. 2. If something like a train or plane comes in, it arrives at a station or an airport. Come into. To be given something after its owner dies. Come of. To be the result of an event or situation. Come off. 1. If something comes off, it becomes separated from the thing it's usually attached to. Come off. 2. To result in the intended outcome. Come on. 1. To make progress or to improve in some way. Come on. 2. If a light or a computer comes on, it starts working. Come on. 3. If a TV or radio show comes on, it starts. Come out. 1. To become available. Come out. 2. To become known. Come over. 1. To visit a place, or to move from one place or country to another. Come over. 2. To seem to be a particular type of person. Come through. To survive a difficult or dangerous situation or time. Come to. 1. To regain consciousness after an accident or an operation. Come to. 2. To add up to a particular total. Come to. 3. If a thought or an idea comes to you, you remember it or you think of it. Come under. To suddenly experience or suffer something dangerous or unpleasant. Come up. 1. To walk up to someone or something. Come up. 2. If an issue or a name comes up in something like a conversation, a meeting, or a report, the issue or name is discussed or mentioned. Come up. 3. To appear, occur, or become available. Come up against. To face a difficult situation or a difficult opponent. Come up with. To think of something like a plan, an idea or a solution to a problem. Count on. To depend on someone or something to do what is expected or needed. Cover up. To try to stop people finding out about something bad. Crack down. To start enforcing a law or a rule more strictly. Cross off. To remove a name or an item from a list by drawing a line through it. Cross out. If you cross something out, you draw a line through it with a pen or a pencil, usually because it's wrong or is no longer necessary. Cry out. To scream or yell because of pain or fear. Cut back. To reduce the amount of money spent on something, or to reduce the size or scale of something. Cut down. To reduce the amount, number or size of something. Cut off. 1. To stop the supply of something like electricity, water, gas or telephone service. Cut off. 2. To isolate somebody or something by making transport or communication very difficult or impossible. Cut out. 1. To remove an area of paper or cloth from a larger sheet by cutting. Cut out. 2. To stop doing something, such as eating fatty foods or gambling or taking drugs, usually in order to improve one's health or one's life. Cut out. 3. If you tell someone to, cut it out. You want him to stop doing something annoying. Cut up. To cut something into small pieces.